Chapter 871, Go Get Me a Caesar Salad! Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Podcast. I'm the best guy ever, and this is Hippocrit.
I am Hippocrit.
I read a One Piece chapter.
I really gotta think of like a thing I can do to respond to you saying that, because I never think of anything.
It's impossible. It's too like dry of an intro. I'll try to pitch you a softball next time, and we'll see what we can do. All right. So chapter 871, Go Caesar, is here, and We've got a cover page with Bartolomeo selling straw hat knickknacks to the port town he just beat the fuck out of.
Yeah.
How about that?
This is pretty. Not really much to say about it, but it's pretty funny. He's a funny boy.
He's cool, and I like him, and everything's good. Okay, back to the chapter.
What's
happening?
Real thing.
Yes.
Everything's going down. Everybody is firing all cylinders on Capone, who is being carried by Caesar off the wall there, and you know they're trying to stay alive. This is a very action intensive episode, but also.
Sure is.
There's some pretty cool new twisty twists that I think we're going to talk about a bit.
Of course.
So, to start off with, the Candy Boy makes a big candy wall, and the Vinsmokes, they just smash it with their Black Bug attack, which is a cool name for an attack, or a trio attack. I like that. Because
it's called, like, the kanji's like compound color, as in, like, they're doing things together. Yeah,
because they're all, like, colorful, rainbow guys. Sanji's the yellow one, and they're all different colors, even though you wouldn't have thought so.
Right.
So yeah, he's flying away. He's barely getting further. Caesar, he's screaming, he's crying. But then we get the interesting part. The big fat man with the cigar. I forget his name.
Dufeld.
Yes, Dufeld. Yeah, he's seen
shipping
the
guy,
tobacco.
Right? Yeah, right.
No, he's the warehouse guy, I think.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
And yeah, so this he sees the box that we know has a bomb in it, and he's going for it because he's a grubby little grubster and he really wants all that riches and wealth. And then Stussy comes, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not just an underground criminal. I'm actually a CP0." Intelligence operative from the world government, and I killed you. And
she
really
is
cool.
Both a business tycoon and a superpower spy guy who does the flying Shigun and just shoots that dude with her finger bullet from a way far away. Pretty unexpected and pretty cool. And I finally realized what these guys all remind me of. So I was a big fan years ago of Ayn Rand, and I still like her work quite a bit. And this really reminds me of Atlas Shrugged. Like, all these business tycoons in one place doing shit, and the fact that Stussy is like a 1920s flapper girl or whatever. That's like around the same time period that Atlas Shrugged takes place, and the main character... Oh, shit. What's her fucking name? Dagny Taggart. She reminds me of Dagny Taggart, only she's secretly an evil supervillain. That is different, but like all these business tycoons being in one place and running the world reminds me a lot of Atlas Shrugged. Only in Atlas Shrugged, all the business tycoons, for a change, are the heroes and the good guys. And I find that very interesting, but these guys are the bad guys, like you would normally expect.
Specifically the underground, because they're being invited to a pirate wedding. So
right,
underground business, black market boys. There's probably like real businesses. Well, maybe not. Maybe this is all the real guys, but...
It's not fair to paint every business tycoon with the broad brush of these lowly characters who came to Big Mom's wedding. That's true, or her daughter's wedding. Fair point. I
think I might be wrong. This might be the first face reveal of a CP0 member, because before
absolutely is.
They've all been in masks, so this is the first one we know as readers.
Actually, let me ask you something. Have you seen the Gold movie yet? The film Gold?
I have not. I don't know. It just looks golden.
Yeah, the thing about those is that they have no actual significance. Oh my god. Okay, see, I knew this shit. They have no actual relevance to like the main story basically at all. So they're kind of a huge waste of time for guys like you and me who like actually give a shit about what actually matters in One Piece, which is not like the fights, it's like the world building and all that stuff. Like
Yeah.
like did you see Film Z? Of course, yeah, I think you saw Z, right?
Yeah, I did.
Remember, so Film Z was cool because like Z was a cool guy and was interesting, and like he's a canon character, so like he exists. But both him and like Golden Shiki or Keen Shiki, they exist in like this weird netherworld between canon and uncanon or non-canon, where like the events of their movies didn't happen or happened at like weird times, so they don't really fit comfortably. But like, so the thing I'm building to here is that. In the Golden film, Rob Lucci makes an appearance. I have not seen this, but I have heard this. Rob Lucci is back as the leader of CP0. So he is like he's back, baby, and he's ready to fuck. So like Rob Lucci has become super relevant. However, by the way, remember how like Rob Lucci was like chased by the government in his filler arc, or not his filler arc, his cover arc. Him and the rest of CP9 were being like hunted by the world government, probably from like abandoning their post or running away or something. I should probably watch the movie to find out what the real reasons are. But like Jesus Christ, do I not care about like a standalone plot that's just going to be resolved in like one arc? Like you know that really good One Piece movie 4 or whatever, the one everybody loves about the flower and the creepy island and shit.
I don't think I've seen really any of the movies aside from Z.
That's the one that everyone recommends because it's by the guy who did The Girl Who Leapt Through Time and those movies whose name I totally forget.
Is that the one with like the really, really nice animation apparently?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
And that's a good movie, and it's very interesting and scary and cool and strange. Definitely worth watching for anybody, not just a One Piece fan. But, like, you could skip that and nothing would change in the world of One Piece whatsoever. It has no significance to anything that happens in, like, real One Piece or, like, main One Piece.
Are you saying so you think maybe Rob Lucci might be the leader of CP0?
It's not a maybe. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Well,
this is
canon.
It's canon. Yeah, it's canon.
Well,
so
he has appeared in the manga, like in a few chapters, has been like, oh, this is after the 2-year time skip. Is Rob Lucci? What's he doing? Where is he? Who is he? What's going on? If he is a member of CP0, I mean, for one thing, that kind of makes CP0 seem less powerful because Rob Lucci was just as strong as Luffy.
Luffy is now significantly stronger than Rob Lucci, so that lowers the threat level of these guys, which is not impressive to me.
Unless Rob Lucci is like also increased power by the same amount or more, like it's just.
But we have no reason to believe that he has. All that happened is he got his ass kicked in, and
I mean,
now
if
out there.
If Smoker can raise the ranks so much and all that, maybe. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It just it's you never get to see how people train to get better. But then again, you never really see that with One Piece either, except in like that 2-year time skip where they really train really hard. All of them really train really hard. And I don't know, I feel like if other characters also really trained really hard, it would need to be at least mentioned in some fashion, just because that seems like a big event to train so hard to be, to get so much further.
What I'm kind of trying to get to is like, why the fuck is Rob Lucci, who was like incriminated by Spandam as like the one who fucked up, all the shit that happened at Eni's lobby, like Rob Lucci took the fall because Spandam sold him out. So like, why the fuck is he now the leader of CP0? They're like double. Okay, first of all, how funny is it that CP9 was like a secret agency that no one, like whispers around the world talked of CP9, and now like of course. Because, like, we need to escalate the conflict. Oh, there was a double, super secret one that's even better, CP0.
Well, that's why I think Rob Lucci could be in... Maybe not the leader. I guess if he is the leader, then he's the leader. But
I'm just going off the wiki, which says he's the leader, and I believe the wiki.
Okay, but I can understand how, even though he was, like, reviling it... Because, like, if it's super secret, it wouldn't matter that he's hated against the world government. If they're like, this guy fucks, this guy, we need him on our team. We'll approach him again, say, you were in CP9, we know that. we know because we're CP0. And he's like, oh, what the fuck is that? It's a super secret place, and you're strong. We need your strength. So
it's just that he was the one who was blamed for the failure at Eni's lobby. Why would they like promote the guy who was blamed for the failure?
Because maybe the guys just don't like Spandam. I can imagine like people.
That's possible. That's
just
possible.
like, got this fucking guy.
Spandam is a little
spoiled
coward piece of shit fag boy, so that's true. You know, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, maybe it's like people who knew his dad and to see his son being a little bitch is like, I don't trust Spandam. Rob Lucci's good. He's been good. He's a good killer. We'll just take him into CB0. You know, didn't
fair
need to hear
instincts.
about him. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I can buy that. But here's my real point. I don't want to watch the One Piece movies because they're a chore, and like 90% of what happens is just a waste of time that I don't care about.
The thing I've always seen.
Just let me finish my point.
Okay.
It's just that I was going to say, like, what I'd be watching that movie for is little details like this that I can just read the wiki for, and like if I'm forced to sit through like a 2-hour movie that ultimately means nothing other than a random bad guy got beat up by Luffy, I don't need that shit. And I consider it a waste of time.
It's like the equivalent of just getting a cover page even of something
I would
happening.
so much rather have any of those details. Yeah, be one cover page where Oda just tells us that shit. Because, guys, the reason I like One Piece so much, it doesn't waste my fucking time. I could just get in, do One Piece. There's always going to be, like, world development, all that good shit. I don't come to One Piece every week because I love just wasting my fucking life. One Piece gives as much as I give to it. And, like, the movies... The movies are a big fucking chore. I don't give a fuck about them. Like remember Strong World? Strong World was a fucking meme. Like, all that happened in Strong World was that Luffy defeated Kinshiki, like, the man who had escaped from Impel Down, and, like, nothing else of relevance was there. Like, Oda had put in bits and pieces into the fucking manga so that that movie could happen, and then the movie ultimately had nothing to do with anything actually relevant in One Piece. So it's just a waste of time. I don't care.
In that way, I kind of hate the fact that the movies exist because they're adding cool characters into the manga that will never be brought up. Like, if you didn't care about the movies, you read the manga, you hear about Golden Lion Shiki or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a rival to Gold Roger. Like, he's still out there. He escaped Impel Down. Where is he? Oh, well, he's not going to appear in the actual story because Luffy non-canonly beat him up, I guess.
Yep. And what makes the movies cool, what makes the movies, like, worth watching are when there's just something good about them that has basically nothing to do with One Piece. They just bring in a director who's got a vision and makes the movie fucking great, like in the fourth one. And by the way, that movie wasn't even all great. Like, the ending was great, or what it built to at the end was great. There was still a lot of filler bullshit characters I didn't give a fuck about in that movie. Like the little mole man. I mean, he had some things that were okay. Or like all that shit at the beginning with all those games, like the Davy Back fight. Didn't give a fuck, was a huge waste of my time. And here's how you really know that the movies are all bullshit and a waste of time. I would trade every single movie for just one extra chapter of One Piece that actually mattered. Any day, I would make that trade because like that's got more intellectual content in it and more like world building and more things that actually fucking matter. So fuck the movies is what I'm trying to say. The only good one's the fourth one.
You talking about the Davy Back fight just then reminded me that I love that arc so much. And I really am waiting for that to come back in a major way. Maybe
Foxy will be back.
Not Foxy, just the idea of a Davy Back fight. Because with the power levels going so out of control, it would be pretty amazing to have, like, I don't know, against Kaido or something, a Davy Back fight to determine something like, we'll get Kaido on the Straw Hat crew, or we'll take your flag, and it'll be like,
oh my god.
Like, that would be way cooler than beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, like, Kaido is kind of the big bad of One Piece right now, in a sense. Like, he's just, like, the big force that, like, we basically have permission. Well, like, the characters in One Piece have moral permission to beat the shit out of Kaido, because he's clearly a bad dude, or at least not a good dude. And, you know, One Piece is always hilarious, so I would totally see Oda doing a big old bait and switch and making it a big meme fight, where they do a literal Davy Back fight. And fight Kaido that way. Like, something like that would be totally cool, totally hip,
if that
and I'd
actually
love it.
happens, I would like to say I'm calling it, because
that
would be the coolest thing to call.
With this chapter, your prophecies are coming true. So let's
I'm feeling
let's
pretty
move
good about
along to
prophecies,
this.
yes. So, by the way, Stussy.
Stussie's a cutie. I love her, and she's
She is
adorable,
cute.
by the way.
She
She's the
shoots.
cutest.
She shoots the guy, and the dumb guy, and he's got the box, and she's evil. But the guy there is the other guy. It's the Birdman. He
Big
heard
News Morgan, Caw! My favorite character.
it. Yeah. So
He looks so mad. He's pissed as fuck.
Yeah, he was trying to eavesdrop, but she noticed him because he's got big fluffy cheeks, and she could see his feathers.
It's clearly visible. Yeah.
So like they're talking about like a deal. All right, we'll write the news articles this way if you don't tell that what you saw here about CP0. And it's like, okay, fine, I'll do that. There's big news.
This is actually very interesting because he's just like basically admitting here that like he publishes the news that he wants to. Like he is an information manipulator. Like he's just admitting that like we cannot trust the contents of the newspaper to be unbiased or objective. He's just saying here like, yeah, I control the news. It's whatever the fuck I want it to be. Don't trust it. So like just keep in mind from now on, folks, we now know like a criminal is the one running the newspapers. So I'm just saying, keep in mind for the future.
Yeah,
like there's an agenda here.
Maybe Ace wasn't.
Which is a real cool world building. I really like it.
I was to say maybe Ace wasn't in prison that whole time. Maybe it was just
it could have been. I kind of feel like I don't want to oversell it. Like I don't think that Oda had like necessarily planned this.
I feel like if like small newspaper things, they're just like he's not in control of those. They're just local news people. But the big things that he wants like to shift the world balance, they may have happened, but it may be very subtle. But I think by introducing the character now, he can introduce that as a plot element.
Exactly. And incidentally, just as a reminder, Big News Morgan only controls like Grand Line newspapers. I think he doesn't control like everywhere in the world. So like other newspapers that we'd seen earlier in the series might not have been under his like publishing house or whatever. So just saying. But everything from here on in the new world and stuff under this guy. So that'll be cool.
Yeah. So. The box, what's his face, slumps on the box falls, and we cut back to Big Mama, and she's laughing because the Straw Hats are all fucked. Luffy's looking real beat up. He's fighting so strong. He's been fighting so hard, so long. He hasn't even eaten anything. I don't think. He had something.
He had a lunch box.
He had a
bento box.
He had a lunch. Sanji made him something. So yeah.
Yeah, and they ate at Capone's place. I think
That's
they all
true.
had dinner.
But still, he's been fighting for a lot, and he's not really in tip-top condition. But he goes gear fourth, and he punches her right in the elbow, and she just sort of stands there and takes it like nothing.
She doesn't flinch at all. Yeah, this is no problem for her. His most powerful attack, basically.
Yeah, so that's his most powerful attack.
God
Doesn't
damn,
really
I fucking
do
love Gear Fourth. It's so cool.
It is
so cool. Isn't
Yeah.
it great that Oda didn't fuck up, like, the double power-up that he's got now? He totally didn't fuck it up, and it's great. I love you, Oda. You're the coolest. It's Super Saiyan 2. It's like Super Saiyan only better with lightning now.
Yeah, I mean,
gay garbage. This is
Super
1,000 times better.
Super Saiyan 2 is basically like he draws less lines or something.
He he makes the hair spikier and adds lightning to the auras. That's what changes.
But then Super Saiyan 3 is just they look like a fucking caveman with the
big hair, boys. No eyebrows, big hair. So cool.
I mean, the big hair is cool. I just never like the way that they turn into Neanderthal heads.
What do you mean? Because they lose their eyebrows? That's
they get a big old forehead. They get a big old flat, lumpy forehead.
That is true. Their foreheads do become pretty pronounced. I think it's just the lack of eyebrows exacerbates their already large foreheads. But whatever. I get what you're saying. Gear 4th is way better. Anyway, that's my point.
He's got 3 unique, interesting. I mean, he hasn't used Gear 2nd in a while.
Well, it's been kind of eclipsed, by other stuff. I think he used it.
Well, I think I still like it because Gear 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 4th is like the ultimate attack. 3rd is like slow but powerful. 2nd is like less powerful but real quick. So they all have their own unique uses. So I like that that's still an element. He's got the armament haki, and he just adds them to these techniques. So nothing is like become completely obsolete like in other shonen anime. mangoes.
Yeah, and you know what? I will say, I've always been a big critic of hockey in general. The coolest thing that's ever happened with hockey, specifically like the whole way that when you use it, like, you turn black, like the coloring happens. The coolest thing that ever happened was how with Gear Forth, it looks like fucking tattoos on Luffy's body, and it makes him look like a fucking badass. It's the coolest thing ever. It almost redeems hockey as a concept. How cool it is. Not quite, but maybe one day.
Yeah, so the reason Luffy punched Big Mom was because she was like, fuck you, bitch. And he's like, hey, I'm not a bitch.
Oh, she's bringing up the whole Fishman Island, like, weren't you gonna beat me up, Luffy, you little gay bitch? And he's like, okay, I'll just punch her one time. Just one fucking punch and I'll be good.
I really gotta just get that out of my system. He said, after I take down Kaido, you're next, big
But
bitch.
this is what I've been looking for. I'm really glad that Luffy didn't just like run, because it's totally in character for Luffy to do shit like just charge back for one more punch just because he can't fucking let her tease him. He's got to punch her. He really wants to beat this bitch up. And then we get a clash between Luffy and Big Mom. It's like a big climactic thing, and it like the fact that Big Mom is totally unfazed is really good, and the fact that like Luffy's using Gear Forth, he's pulling out all the stops, and all Big Mom does is pull out a little bit of hockey, and she's like totally a match for him. So like frankly, I wish she looked even a bit more powerful, but like I'm satisfied that we're seeing her flex her power right now, and it's very cool.
Yeah, it's good that we're finally getting that. And also, when he says, I'll take down Kaido, and she's like, Kaido? Ma, you'll never take down that thing. So she's referring to Kaido as a monster, implying that Kaido is way more stronger than her. So there's no way Luffy, in his current state, is going to be able to take him down in a fight.
There'd have to be some big things.
Like
I really hope.
If he can't even phase Big Mom in Gear Forth right now, and then Kaido's even stronger, like what is he gonna do?
I think all they could hope to do. Oh, I remember when we first saw Kaido, all those many moons ago. I believe I pointed out that like Kaido. And this actually kind of reminds me of something that I really enjoyed from the end of Naruto. Kaido clearly has a big scar on his body. And one of the coolest things that happened towards the end of Naruto was that there was a fight that Naruto was having against, I believe, the third Raikage. And the thing about that guy is that guy has the strongest spear, which is like this lightning blade that he has, and the strongest shield. And like it's just that he had like an ability where his skin was like impenetrable. So like so Naruto was trying to beat that guy up, and he couldn't do it. And then he had to think like, fuck, I can't penetrate this guy's defenses, and if I get hit once, I'm fucking done. What do I do? And that's when Naruto, through some discussion, he found out that what had happened is how that guy had gotten his scar was that his own lightning blade had cut him at one point when he like fell unconscious. So Naruto just did a little trickery where he was able to like grab that guy's arm and use it to penetrate like his own body.
Are you saying Luffy should like jump on Kaido's shoulder and then Kaido will use the full force to chop his own arm off or something?
Well, not even really necessarily that, but I am getting at that was a cool thing to do, and it would be smart to continue the pattern like they try to do with Big Mom here, of trying to come up with some interesting strategic way to defeat these like monsters. And wouldn't it be cool if we could get some sort of moment of like an assassination moment where Luffy's got like some weapon and he hits Kaido when he least expects it, right in the kisser, and gives him something. That knowing One Piece, that's unlikely to like be the end of it. There should probably be some sort of brawl, but maybe something to weaken Kaido significantly, stab him in the fucking dick maybe, and then they could have a brawl. Call him a big bitch, a big fat baby boy. Yeah, something like that. Or be like, lol, you're alive, la la la, haha, you suck, because you can't kill yourself, you big gay, because he wants to kill himself real bad. Maybe it's lower self-esteem. That might work. Something like that.
Maybe heighten his self-esteem, because that's the opposite of what he wants.
Or what? That's true. Or what if, like, they actually use the real power of friendship, and you know how, like, he's got, like, Kid locked up, Basil Hawkins and Apu around? What if we get, like, when Whitebeard was killed by, like, every member of the Blackbeard pirates? What if we get some sort of, like, parallel to that moment where, like, every member of this like, collective that Luffy puts together, like, sure, Kaido is the most powerful creature in the world, but the combined efforts of like all these super pirates together, they managed to take him down. And that could be a pretty cool thing. I don't think that they're really gonna like have like Kaido just like be assassinated by Luffy or anything, or even like a bunch of dudes. It has to be more honorable just knowing One Piece. So maybe that won't happen, but it's gonna be something, man.
There is a big conflict coming with all the warlords. Maybe not Shanks, but or Blackbeard. I think Shanks
You
and
mean the
Blackbeard.
Yonko?
The Yonko.
Yeah.
I feel like what's gonna happen is that since Big Mom is now chasing Luffy, if Luffy gets away, Straw Hats get away, but then he's going after Kaido, and there's the guys in Wano, and there's like all that shit. Kaido, Luffy, and Big Mom are gonna have like a three-way sort of kill each other sort of thing, and there's lots of people gonna be involved. But off on the sidelines, I think, parallel to when Blackbeard fought Ace, I think Blackbeard might kill Shanks. I think Blackbeard might fight Shanks, or something. Something will happen that's like.
I was thinking the very same.
Something very like, oh my god, will happen while this big war is happening between the three. The
only big fight that Ace ever got was with Blackbeard, and he lost, and then he, subsequently got fucking wrecked. He basically died because he lost that fight. I predict that the only real fight that will ever happen with Shanks will be against Blackbeard, and that Shanks will die at the end of that fight, or in the events surrounding it. I don't think we'll ever get like a Luffy-Shanks fight or anything like that. I think that maybe he'll find him in his final moments. He'll say, "You did a good job, baby boy. Now go beat up Black Man," and then he'll do that. I think something like that's going to happen. We will get one Shanks fight. I mean, if Oda puts One Piece to bed without having a real Shanks fight, I will be a sad man. I will be an angry man. So I hope that he doesn't do that, but I don't think he will. Oh, I want to see Shanks do shit. It's gonna be very exciting.
It's gonna be so good. Like I mean, it doesn't matter what happens. There's so many.
He's gonna be a super speedy sword boy. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. He's a Yonko. How'd he get that position if he's not a super speedy big baby sword boy?
He's super speedy. How did that happen?
I don't know. I have no theories as to how that happened.
He did press-ups and squats and ran 100 kilometers every day.
Really, really fast. Hell yeah. We know that I don't want him to have eaten a devil fruit. I think that would be lame.
Oh, no, of course.
I want to be a classical pirate boy. Yeah.
But, alright, there's lots of big players right now, and there's only really the biggest players could be. Everyone's playing the game. It's getting into.
We're in the end zone. Yep.
We're in the end zone. I don't know. How many years is it going to take before One Piece is over?
7 or so. I think like a year ago he said 7 more years. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So we got a long way to go, but it's all going to be like cool shit after cool shit. And I can't wait. But
will there be any question?
We should continue to talk about the chapter because we're just going off.
You're right, as we always do. This is what you get when you read One Piece, folks. It's a world. It's a full world. It's not a little baby bitch faggot manga where just like one thing happens. Worlds are turning on the events of these chapters. It's fucking fascinating.
All right.
It's the best. Okay, all right.
So, Judge, Vince Smoke Judge jumps in to stab Big Mom in the teeth.
Yes.
And
just where I'd stab someone.
And she just eats it. She got big, strong teeth. She brushes her teeth every day. Flosses, she's able to munch that down. And she's like, you suck.
She sure is.
and while he's giving a big old, eloquent speech about, you betrayed my people, you asshole, you curse, you foul villain. I think he's like English or something, like British, like Shakespearean.
Sanji is French weirdo. by maybe he's like a French guy. I don't know, whatever.
Zutalo, I'm dead.
Hey, what did Judge mean about after those 66 short days of hope? That just feels like a weird number to say, because
he loves 66, so he named his company after it.
Well, I mean, they've been the Gamma 66 for a long time, as far as I know, but why did it did it just so happen to be 66 days?
I think
since they found out that Big Mom wanted to marry Sanji to her daughter. Or something? Is that what's going on?
Maybe. It could also.
I think it's a weird coincidence.
It could also be a translation thing. Maybe he's saying after these short days of hope for the Germa 66, but they thought they were talking about the number.
He says after those 66 short days of. Okay, I don't know. I think it was just a weird coincidence, but whatever. Yeah. Way to go, Oda. You confused me deeply. Okay.
So now Big Mom gets a big. Grabs him, and she puts her hand in the lightning cloud, and she has a big attack. It's
Oh no!
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbelch. I love how what's the word I'm looking for? How
Simple?
diverse Big Mom's powers are. She can just do all this crazy shit. She just reaches up to Mr. Thunderman and just pulls down a big chunk of lightning. Oh, that's so cool. I love Big Mom. Big Mom's power is the fucking coolest, and the fact that she ate a woman to obtain this power is fucking fascinating. Big Mom is so fucking cool. So fucking cool.
Not only that, we saw
she's a monster.
What's her Mother Caramel make the sun out of a bunch of flames. She gave like the soul of the flames a physical form or something.
It was so cool, and like it looked amazing when she was doing that. I made that the thumbnail for one of them. It was awesome.
Like I never really thought about the fact that she did the same with lightning. She probably like turned a storm, like it was lightning. It was
exactly.
Like, oh man, I don't like all this rain. It's annoying me. And she just sort of screamed at the sky, and then she just sort of absorbed it into a cloud guy, and he was like, I'm a cloud guy.
She definitely did. God, she's so fucking powerful. I love it. It's so interesting and crazy. Okay, all right. Then what happened?
His mask fell off. We didn't see him die, so he might be alive in the future.
Not dead. He's not dead. No one ever dies in One Piece. You know that.
But then we got Dogtooth. Dogtooth blocks the path.
He's very scary, man. He's big and intimidating. Oh no! Watch out.
So it's like
he's mad as fuck.
It's because Judge died or is got attacked. The Vinsmokes get distracted and then Caesar's unprotected, and then Dogtooth is like, "Look at my crotch, bitch."
You know, my favorite thing about this, on the bottom left panel, look how smug the crowd is. Just like standing below, looking up. Especially that guy on the right. Look at that smug-ass face. You buffoon.
He didn't do anything. He was just standing there. Big hair, big nose. But yeah. And, they're still fighting, but they can't do anything. And here we go. Brule comes back with her mirror power. She's fucking with him.
Shit. She's mad. She wants vengeance, and I don't blame her.
It's the saddest moment where the One Piece crew member betrays the crew.
She betrayed us. How could she? We've still got Diesel, though. Diesel's waiting for us back home. He'll be my good friend.
But yeah, everything goes wrong at once. Dogtooth gets, I think, Niji?
That's Ichiji, of course.
No, I got it. I was thinking one, but I didn't know how to count in Japanese. That's my fault.
I'm master of it. Yeah, it's one guy, Mr. One
Ichiji. Boy. So Ichiji's got Judge is apparently dead. Luffy and Sanji and everyone, they're all captured. They're all dead. They're all going to die immediately, except what happened? What happened? But the box exploded and the bomb was in it. And the bomb went off, and it's destroyed half of the castle foundations, and it's gonna slide down, and everything's gonna go all over the place.
Guys,
it's exactly what I said.
Yeah, let's not underplay this. Exactly what Hippocrit predicted would happen is precisely what happened. As soon as we saw that box slip, that's when Hippo was a genius. And I mean, this is a big deal. Like, that bomb is huge. The entire castle, the entire fucking island is falling right now.
Yeah.
And it's madness. It's sheer insanity. And it's going to be super cool. And they're going to get away and run. And Big News is like, this is big news. I'm falling to my death right now.
Well, he's a bird. He can fly away.
he's a big bird. That's true. He'll be okay. Everyone else is fucked.
Imagine if that was opened up at the top. Like the size of that explosion is very much like 20 times, 300 times. I don't know, way bigger than the entirety of the top of that tower.
Yep, it would have killed everyone. I mean, if it had opened up there, it should have killed every man, woman, and child up there, instead of killing every man, woman, and child that happened to be in the vicinity of that explosion at the base of the tower.
That's just a bunch of homies. Who cares?
Yeah, good point. Whoa, don't refer to my African-American brothers in those terms. Okay. Well, there's that classic joke back again. All right, well, that's it. I mean, that's the end. The bomb goes off. And we're left looking for next chapter, man. You were 100% right. The world is tilting and chaos is ensuing. Now's their chance to escape. Hopefully our heroes will seize the opportunity.
So, and that an explosion that big, the Germa Kingdom is definitely going to come and try and see what the hell is going on. 'Cause that is not a happy day at the wedding time.
True.
That is bad. That's not a fireworks display.
Although I will say that like this sort of undercuts the sort of rival theory that pudding will save them with like memory manipulation of everybody. Like now that the whole world has fucking tipped over, I wonder what pudding's up to right now.
She's just sort of like,
she's got to do something. She's bored. She's gonna do something. There's no way this ends without pudding doing something.
She will do something. I just feel like she's not going to, because her power is like taking the memory out of thing. Like I feel like somebody would see her doing that and be like, "Hey, you can't take my memories. I'm gonna attack you."
True.
Like she can't do it for everyone. So I think if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be for a specific one person with a memory that really needs to go, or maybe doesn't need to go, and she's gonna steal it.
True. I'm just saying we might not have seen the full extent of her power. It's possible she could do more than one person at a time, but yeah, just as a possibility. But yeah, man, I'm very excited to see it. Let's strap in for next week, folks. It's gonna be a heck of a time.
Yes.
And I'm all set. Any last remarks?
I'm the smartest genius. All the things I say are real.
You are correct. Oh no, what's this? I just pulled out this from below deck. What's this? Oh, it's a cute little box. It says, "Please never open. You will die." I'm just gonna open it real quick.
No.
Here I
don't
go.
open
I'm
it,
opening
Nate.
it. I'm gonna open it.
No.
Here I go. Boom.